Exactly. Same as Anne. That's what I told her. I'm like, this doesn't affect people who are actually producing, like the more you produce, I'm not worried about that. And it was a temporary move for Sharelle. I respect how she moves her or runs her business. Again, we can't control things that are out of our control. Just produce. That's it.
That is such a healthy, well-adjusted attitude.
Just produce.
Hey, I'm a Libra, remember.
Just produce more and you'll make the same.
Exactly. Let's just do it.
Well, not everyone felt that way. Rena seemed to not be okay with this. So you guys weren't secretly like, go Rena, when she was speaking up and asking for more money and saying this isn't okay?
I love to hear Rena
Absolutely.
speak. That's one thing about Rena. She speaks so well. Anything she's saying, I'm always like, go Rena, go Rena. But I don't feel like she was speaking for me because I personally didn't have an issue with it. But I respect her valid points. She made very valid points, and I respect it.
So I'm gonna echo Colin with this one. So Rena had great valid points. And although I truly admired her for speaking up about it, but it was one of those situations for me myself, although it was not like a favorable situation, not what I would have preferred, I chose to be okay with it and chose to do what I could on my end to make sure my income stayed the same or increased. So Arena speaking up did not mean Arena speaking up for me.
Right.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, speaking of Rena, we also saw her struggle throughout the season with, possibly starting her own brokerage. You both, I mean, listen, I don't want to open old wounds between you two best friends.
Don't do it to us. We've healed.
You have healed, but that's what your strong friendship is all about. But you guys had different reactions to this experience of Rena possibly opening her own brokerage. So talk to me about that.
So
for me, okay, you can go in.
What I discovered was that, and I think up until that point, I don't think Colony and I have had much differences in opinions. But at that point, we realized something important. It was an important lesson on both of our ends that we won't agree on everything, and that although we don't agree on everything, that's fine. It's just how we choose to handle it that really matters.
Absolutely. Literally my same thoughts, we're not going to agree. I'm not saying Anne is disloyal, but I lead with loyalty. And I felt like in that moment, Rena was not. And I didn't agree with it, respect everything that she wanted to do, but it was an absolute no for me. And I still stick beside that.
And Anne, you thought more just like, all is fair and love and business.
Not even beyond that. I came from a corporate background where I understood loyalty is never to an employer. Because at the end of the day, we have to be honest. Like we are independent contractors at the brokerage. Like we don't own the business. So at any point, as you saw, you could be let go. So I think I've learned to not really give loyalty to employers and really be loyal to myself and be loyal to my own dreams. So that's why when Rena said that she wanted to open her brokerage, I didn't feel any type of way. And while I will say, okay, I can see from other people's perspective that her trying to recruit the two best agents is kind of like, okay, a kind of like crazy move, but I still stand firm behind the fact that I absolutely think there's nothing wrong with it. I don't think there's nothing disloyal about her wanting something of her own.
And that's my point, right? So in any other setting or situation, absolutely, it's Rena recruiting Sharelle's top agents to go to her brokerage is where my loyalty lies. That was my whole point. If she wanted to go out and do her brokerage and not bring us with us or bring us with her, then absolutely. But for me, that's where the disloyalty was, trying to recruit you and I. So I wasn't here for it.
She did it in such a way of you're like, are you trying to do this or are you not trying to do this? Because she kind of talked around it, but well, that's okay. You guys could agree to disagree on this matter. Look, absolutely. The friendship has survived, right?
We survived.
Absolutely.
Well, a lot of people online are talking about this friendship. They're talking about like you know, you guys calling you guys like freaking frack and just like, you know, talk to me about like, what do you each like best about the other?
I love Anne because she is a go-getter, just like myself. You know, Anne and I, we have the relationship where we can do business together and still have a good time. So she's a super motivator as well and always positive. So that's really one thing I like. And Libra and Geminis are literally the perfect matches. So I think we just naturally get along.
Listen, I think maybe I just like the mystery of it all with Colony. I just never know what I'm gonna get. She is a true Gemini, and
Yes.
listen, making plans with her is quite a task. But I think beyond that, she's just a truly genuine person. And as she talks about the loyalty on the show, that truly speaks to the person that she is. And I think, that's why our friendship works.
When is your birthday, Colony? Because I am a Gemini also.
June
Uh-oh.
20th.
June 9th.
I close out Gemini season.
Geminis and Libra go very well together.
Yeah.
So David,
sure.
we'll make really good friends.
Listen, right? Geminis we're not maybe the best in relationships. We're very good friends, right?
We're great friends. That's why I'm single.
And we are fun to go out with too.
Definitely.
fun.
When's your birthday, David?
June 9th.
Nice.
Like
nice,
right in the
nice,
heart of the
nice.
Geminis.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
you're
and
true Gemini.
we're just not great to make plans with either, right? Like sometimes things come up, right?
Me too.
Have you guys, being such good friends, have you ever had a situation like we saw, like you disagreed on the whole thing with Rena, but like, have you ever had a situation with business where like you were going after the same listing or same client? Like, has business ever, it obviously hasn't gotten in the way because you guys are still friends, but has that ever caused any friction?
No, I think if anything, we would team up together. Like me and Anne are big on collaborating, so it would never be a issue of, oh, you stole my listing, or I'll be like, girl, let's list this together, if anything.
Exactly. A lot of times, some of our listings don't even make it to the market because if I talk to Colony and I know she has a client and I know that she's going to bring me a competitive offer, then I know we have a done deal. Why not do a deal with my sis? Closing deals and deals.
Now, speaking of competitive offers, look, and I'm not shady here today, but I've watched,
Lord.
Listen, I have to ask it. Listen, I've watched many real estate shows. I never knew you could bring an offer for $3 million if something is listed for $9 million.
Listen. So the way I see it is it was an offer, right? And Peter, so he was like, he had all these visions and plans for the house. And I just knew that. So my strategy was a little bit different. And of course, I know a lot of people don't get it, right? It's a slap in the face. I'm going to be completely honest, but I just knew that, okay, it's an offer. We have something, right? Of course, I was going to try to work that number up because it didn't make sense. It wouldn't have been accepted in the long run, but it was worth a try. And I have to do right by my client. If my client asked me to submit an offer, who am I to say, no, I'm not going to submit it. Although I tried to talk him up before I submitted the offer, but clearly you see how that went.
And
Right.
you did get him up.
I got him up, and before we could submit the offer, someone else got it cash.
But that gets the conversation started. You have to initiate the conversation. And listen, you were the only one who bought an offer, so kudos to you,